So now, last but not least, so we are extremely happy to welcome both of you, Sofya Yokoyama and Giancarlo Sergi. Welcome. So you have a first target to wake up everyone, right? So it was funny because last year, the last picture was also a Sofya. And actually, she won. So, Sofya, just a few words to present you. So you're a climber, right? You started climbing when you were 7 years old. Since then, we can say you constantly climbing higher, faster, quicker, and everywhere on the planet, right? So other than that, you do also many other things. You soon be graduated, or you are already graduated from Lausanne University in criminology, right? Okay. And right now we are very lucky to have you with us because you are just coming back from Japan.
Korea, but yeah.
And Korea, yes. Japan before and then Korea,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And where you managed to confirm your selection for the World Championship. Climbing World Championship in Bern, which will happen this coming summer.
In August, yes.
In August.
If people want to be there.
So thank you very much, Sofya. Giancarlo, welcome also. And I will present you later. So Sofya, a few questions for you. First, how and why actually did you start climbing?
I tried a lot of sports when I was younger. My parents really pushed me into either doing sport or like try an instrument because they didn't want me to do nothing. So I went around trying lots of sports, and it's really climbing that stayed. And there are many reasons why. I mean, I love climbing, but I think two memories that I just distinctly remember is when I first really starting at age of 7, there was this, at the time, seemed huge wall. Big overhang. Now when I went back to look at it, it's actually tiny and really easy, but when I was tiny, it seemed huge. And I remember just everyone was struggling getting past like this certain part, and then all of a sudden I went up and I managed to get past through it, and everyone was like, oh, well done, congratulations, that's amazing. And I feel like that really got me motivated to try more. And later on, I used to live in Singapore, and that's when I really started competitions and training, and the coach over there was just amazing. He was so supportive. He really encouraged me a lot, and he got me into competitions and got me to train more and climb more, and yeah, haven't stopped since.
Okay, thank you. And how would you define your key success factors? I mean, how you manage? How are you so good?
I think the biggest key is consistency. It's easy to say, but it's probably the hardest thing to do, especially on days when you don't feel motivated or don't feel like doing anything. Yeah, just going out and putting all emotions aside, putting all feelings aside, and just have your goal at the end and understand what you want to aim for, and just keep on going, keep on pushing, because you just want to aim those goals and, I mean, excel and do better.
Okay, thank you very much. Then a question: when you are on that kind of wall, right, and then you're challenged because you're not finding the way, right, to way up, because it seems really complicated. What are you thinking? What supports really you to still try and then be sure that you're gonna make it?
For me, I feel like being challenged is when the fun begins. Because if it was easy, I mean, everyone would do it, I guess. So, and there's also like two aspects to answer this question, because there's also the training side and then the competition side. In training, you can take time to just put yourself back and think, what went wrong, where are my weaknesses, what isn't going right, and just get back to training and say, okay, well, this is what I need to work on. And just the desire to be better, be stronger, and to push your limits. But then in comps, you have limited time, so you really need to just use all the resources, physically and mentally, that you've worked on, and just trust yourself, have self-confidence, believe in what you've been working on the past years, and yeah, use that small amount of time and just continue.
Okay, so it's very intense. And last, so what message linked to your sport would you like to transmit to us, actually? What teaches you climbing? And that you could also teach us about that.
I don't think it's necessarily just linked to my sport, but just loving what you do in general. I go to training every day motivated and excited to continue and to do more. And the reason why I want to go back is mainly because, yeah, I love it. And so just really find your passion and believe in yourself and continue in that direction.
So really passion to excel, actually.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So, yeah, Giancarlo, welcome. So just to present you very briefly, so you're the managing director of the internationally renowned Béjar Ballet. You are also the president of the Swiss Basketball Federation for a few years. And you have a tremendous experience in sports, managing teams, leading them to success. And you spend also a very big time of your already very busy time coaching young sports people, men and women. And so we're very happy to have you with us tonight. And please, if you have any questions for Sofya.
Well, I've got plenty of questions. So first of all, thank you, Séverine. My first question to you, I'm impressed by your career. Already you're only 25. And I'm always interested in knowing, your plan for the future. Like, how will you bring what you have been learning in sport for now 15 years, I guess, or more, into your next challenge, will be your corporate career? And I've been working with a lot of athletes in the past, still now, helping them in their education, in their career, in their transition into the new career. So what's your plan for the future?
For now, I'm just winging it. I finished my bachelor's in forensic sciences last summer, and I'm decided to sacrifice everything I've got for sports for the next couple of years until results don't show. But I feel like as an athlete, if I ever do go into corporate, not sure if I want to, but just discipline in general, being able to go out and not necessarily do the things you want to do, and everything organization, like I have every day planned until the World Champs in August, so I know what I'm doing every day more or less, and I think that can bring a lot into the working aspect in the future if I ever go there.
Do you think that what you have been learning so far, your values, you mentioned consistency, dedication, commitment, could be beneficial to your career, future career? So how you would think you will be able to develop them into, the sports sector or the corporate world?
Yeah, for sure. Like, if I have, so many years of experience in climbing, I would definitely be down to continue in that direction, if not working with like younger athletes in the future, and just having those 15 years of experience can also bring a lot of help, not only training-wise as an athlete, but just, life in general. But then also, all those aspects that I said before in the corporate side, if I ever want to go into forensic sciences maybe, that definitely does help. And I mean, I'm motivated, I do what I love, and I'm definitely going to continue in that direction.
We saw from the Noam presentation before that he is very good in communication, promotion. He has a sponsor, a big one. So how do you attract sponsors yourself, if any, if you have any? You have 70,000 followers, I think, on Instagram, 15 or 13 on YouTube. So is there something you are working on in your daily career or daily life?
That's
a challenging question, right?
Yeah, because for now, I mean, I have help from L'aide sportive, Fonds du Sport, Génération Vaux. They help me a lot financially. Sponsor side, I'm not very motivated at the moment to like kind of look in that direction. It's also very hard to kind of find companies that like have the same values as like I have, and especially in climbing, it's still quite a small sport, and so companies that are willing to also pay athletes is hard to find. So for now, I'm just kind of focusing on myself, and yeah, focusing also on social media and kind of founding my own like path and hoping I can make it myself.
If I ask you this question, it's because there's plenty of sponsors here in the room. So
Sponsor me.
you got the message, right? Last question for you. Mentally, you mentioned like you prepare yourself mentally. So how do you prepare yourself mentally for your sport?
I've worked with a sports psychologist now for the past 5 years, and there's been a lot of progress. I just remember starting, we were just working on being positive because had a very negative mindset and didn't have a lot of self-confidence. And so that was a lot to work on these past couple of years. But now that, I mean, I wouldn't say it's totally achieved, but it's a lot better than what it was, is just visualization, just like the basics of mental training in sport and just, yeah, visualizing, believing in yourself. We're working a lot on trigger points and, yeah, trying to just like find that flow that we said at the beginning of the conference. And yeah, it's a lot of work. I think mental side isn't looked upon hugely because it's like the brain and it's not a muscle that grows like your biceps if you do pull-ups, and so people don't necessarily focus on it a lot, but it's, yeah, super important. I've definitely felt the benefit from working on mental training.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We will follow you in Bern, definitely, and maybe in Paris too, no? For the Olympics?
Hopefully.
Yeah. Okay, so question for you. Do you have a large team with you to prepare for the World Championships?
Yes, today I do have a large team. I have 3 Swiss team coaches behind me. I have my sports psychologist, I have my sports doctor, I have physio, chiro. I have a big team behind me to help me whenever I need. I also have a nutritionist because, yeah, just everyone working together, and now everything's kind of coming to place where everyone kind of knows each other and working together and everyone's up to date. And so, yeah, I'm very grateful for my team and also my parents.
Okay. I have a question for you, Giancarlo. Otherwise, okay, so what would you do when you won't climb any longer? So I think you reply a little bit to this one. Where would you target your passion to excel? So it's still, is it already clear for you?
I think I won't ever stop climbing because I just enjoy it so much, and you can do it at any age. But I enjoy a lot of other aspects in life, not necessarily just climbing, but like, yeah, studies, forensic sciences is really interesting, and so I'd definitely be super interested to go into there, but also learning languages.
Yeah.
I have my dad's Japanese, he speaks Russian, and my mum's British, and I've traveled around the world a lot, so just like learning new languages, but also, yeah, there's so many different aspects I'd like to go into, maybe start my own climbing gym. Yeah, there's
you have
a lot of areas.
You are very talented anyway, with many talents now. Giancarlo, for you, it's the same question I had in mind. What is the main difference between basketball players and dancers? Now that
Very good question. I've got a colleague here, she could answer as well. So basically, the biggest difference is probably the emotions. So dancers, they are artists, whereas basketball players, they are athletes. So this is completely different.
You mean Sofya, she doesn't have any emotions? Or
yes, no, but she's not an artist. This is the difference. And
Maybe
when
I
you
am.
work, yeah, maybe you are. This I don't know. So when you work with that artist, it's a completely different way of working. The way you speak, the way you act, so you treat them. You need to be very careful, especially with dancers. So on stage, they are really like athletes.
yes.
But when it comes to the preparations, they are more, I would say, artists. And this is something I learned from since I started with the BBL.
Okay, thank you. How do you practice the speed aspect of climbing? To be quicker and quicker.
Is that linked to speed climbing? Because that
Yeah.
I don't do anymore.
Ah,
I've cut that discipline out of my life. But otherwise, explosivity, just basic exercises in the gym. I
and
find
why
that
did you stop?
speed climbing,
Yeah.
because it's a separate discipline at the Olympics. So
Okay.
now it's just
Different.
bouldering and lead. And so I don't personally like speed climbing, But explosivity-wise, just everything in the fitness. I find climbing is a very complete sport, very versatile, and so there's many aspects to train. And yeah, speed and explosivity is one of them, and it's just in the gym doing fast movements.
So thank you very much. We wish you the best of luck
Thank
for
you.
the coming months. Thank you. So it was